Hi everyone, I'm Steven and today we're going to make Hellboy's Right Hand of Doom. Here are the materials that you're going to need. Let's get started. I always like to look up pictures of whatever I'm making online and then print it to the scale that I'd like. Or you could do what I'm doing right now and sketch it out very roughly. It doesn't actually need to be perfect because things are going to change as the hand gets built. Next, you have to cut and shape the cardboard to make the arm. The Hand of Doom is really just a bunch of cylinders. So roll and bend the cardboard into shape and roll it along the corrugated lines. I think that's what it's called, but just the lines in the corrugated cardboard that make it easier to bend. To make the knuckles, trace the diameter of a toilet paper roll 8 times. Cut them out, and each knuckle will end up getting 2 of the circles that you just cut out. Doubling it up helps build some of the thickness out and make it more visually interesting. The fingers are just cut up toilet paper rolls, and each finger is going to have 4 sections that become slightly smaller as they get closer to the tip of the finger. And you probably will need to slice the toilet paper rolls and shrink them a little bit in order to nestle it into the one that you are attaching it to. Hot glue the pieces together and use tape to hold everything into place while the glue is drying. I have the entire forearm together. And I think that this, the top of the hand is a little bit too large, so I'm going to cut that down. I think I'm going to build out a little section here so it looks like the inside of a hand, hopefully. Wish me luck! It doesn't matter if it looks really ugly right now, or if there's any gaps between the pieces of cardboard that you're gluing down, because we're going to end up covering it in the softer cereal box cardboard in a second. And that's because it just has a smoother finish and it's much easier to bend, and it'll just look a lot cleaner. See, now doesn't that look a lot cleaner? Before attaching the fingers, take each one and stuff them with rolled up toilet paper. When you stuff the fingers, it helps them stay firmer and give it a little bit more durability, and it also gives the glue something to stick to when you actually glue it to the hand. It's time to give the Hand of Doom some texture, and the texture is really simple. You're just going to paintbrushing on the white glue and laying some toilet paper on top of it. Then you paint on top of the toilet paper and it'll become matted and tear a little bit, and it'll give it this nice rough texture once it's dried. Try to make sure that the toilet paper and the glue is going around those circles and those drawings that you just made. We can move in and start giving it a coat of black. And I always start with a coat of black just because when we layer up colors, it will give it a sense of depth. As you can see, now that it's painted black, the toilet paper made it look really rough and stone-like. So now I'm going to go through and start painting on the other colors. What I'm doing is just lightly brushing, a little bit wetter than a dry brush, but I want some of the black to show through. Oh, looks like I looks like I broke the looks like I popped off one of the fingers, so I'm going to go back in and glue that. I was worried about that thumb. Now it's time to paint it in red, and make sure that you are still following those designs that you made. So any of the circles or the squiggles that you have, the cracks that you drew on, make sure that you are leaving that black/orange. Everything else can be red, but then those lines should remain black or orange. And once this is all painted in red, I'll come back and show you guys the finished product. So there you have it, Hellboy's Right Hand of Doom. Some cardboard, lots of glue, toilet paper rolls, and a bunch of paint. And it fits on, right at the elbow. So if you guys like this, I'd love it if you smash the like button and if you subscribed for more cardboard cosplay, costumes, and props. See you soon, everyone. Bye-bye. Ah! Son of a... That was hot. Totally just put my hand right in the hot glue. It's okay, hot glue gun. I still love you.